What happens when the world's first fifth-generation stealth fighter, the American F-22 Raptor, meets the Chinese J-20 Mighty Dragon, the symbol of Beijing's modern air power? One is a proven marvel of engineering, battle-ready, and supported by decades of training. The other is a rising challenger, unveiled with fanfare in parades and state media. But beneath the sleek lines and dramatic headlines lies a question many analysts whisper. Is the mighty dragon truly a match for the Raptor, or is it partly an illusion of power? Today, we dive deep into the story of two aircraft that define the competition between the US and China. One side has experience and a record of combat dominance, the other, ambition and a hunger to be seen as equal. By the end of this video, you'll see why appearances can mislead and why the skies tell a story far different from parades on the ground. The F-22 Raptor first flew in 1997 and entered service in 2005. At the time, it was so far ahead of anything else in the world that even America's closest allies couldn't buy it. Congress passed laws banning exports, protecting its secrets as a crown jewel of U.S. air superiority. What makes the Raptor legendary? It's not just stealth. Its radar cross-section is so small, it can appear like a bird on enemy radar. It's not just speed. Capable of supercruise, flying at supersonic speeds without afterburners, it can outpace almost anything in the sky. And it's not just agility. With thrust vectoring engines, the Raptor can perform maneuvers no other fighter can replicate. But the real magic lies in sensor fusion. The F-22 doesn't just see the battlefield, it understands it. It combines data from radar, infrared sensors, and electronic warfare systems, then delivers a clear picture to the pilot. In combat, that means the Raptor often knows where its enemy is long before it is detected itself. For American pilots, the Raptor isn't just a fighter, it's the ultimate high ground in aerial warfare, a machine designed to win before the enemy even knows the fight has begun. If the Raptor is the king of the skies, then who dares to challenge the throne? Enter the J-20 Mighty Dragon. First unveiled in 2011, it was hailed as China's answer to America's fifth-generation jets. With a sleek, angular design and a stealthy profile, the J-20 instantly captured headlines. Beijing presented it as proof that China had joined the elite club of stealth fighter producers. The J-20 is large, with long canards and internal weapons, bays designed to carry long-range missiles. It is meant to threaten American support aircraft, tankers, AWACS, and surveillance planes before U.S. forces can engage. Chinese state media often showcases the J-20 in dramatic flyovers during national parades, presenting it as a symbol of technological parity with the West. But here's the problem. For all its appearances, the J-20's real performance remains largely untested. Its engines, originally Russian-made AL-31s and later China's WS-10s, struggle to deliver the thrust needed for true supercruise. Pilots have voiced challenges with maneuverability compared to smaller, lighter fighters, and while the J-20's radar and stealth coatings are improving, they remain an unknown in actual combat. So, is the Mighty Dragon truly a rival, or just a showpiece for the parade ground? When comparing the two, the contrasts are stark. Stealth. The F-22 was designed from the ground up for stealth, with every angle, coating, and internal system optimized to evade detection. The J-20 is stealthy, but its design, particularly the use of canards, may increase radar visibility at certain angles. Engines. The F-22's Pratt and Whitney F-119 engines provide unmatched thrust vectoring, agility, and sustained supersonic flight. The J-20's engines remain its Achilles heel. Without reliable supercruise, it risks being outmaneuvered and outpaced. Avionics and sensors. The Raptor's sensor fusion has been tested in countless exercises and operations. Pilots describe the ability to see the battle unfold in real time. The J-20's radar systems are improving, but without combat experience, it's unclear how well they perform under pressure. Training. Perhaps the most critical factor. U.S. Air Force pilots undergo thousands of hours of training, with red flag exercises that simulate real-world combat against peer adversaries. Chinese pilots are improving rapidly, but their experience in live contested combat is virtually non-existent. Technology builds the machine, but training decides the outcome. One of the most striking differences is how each nation presents its aircraft. The F-22 rarely appears in parades or shows of political theater. It is kept operational, combat-ready, and strategically discreet. When it appears, it's often in the skies over conflict zones or allied exercises, reminding adversaries that America's dominance isn't just for show. The J-20, by contrast, has become a centerpiece of China's military parades. Rows of mighty dragons flying overhead serve as propaganda, projecting the image of a modernized, unstoppable force. Yet this very emphasis on appearances has created a perception problem. Analysts note that by placing so much weight on symbolic displays, Beijing risks revealing more about its ambitions and its vulnerabilities than it intends. The engines roar impressively, but their limitations are whispered among defense circles. The stealth coatings shimmer in sunlight, but their durability in real conditions remains unproven. The mighty dragon is impressive to watch, but still untested in the crucible of combat. Power on the parade ground is not the same as power in the skies. This comparison isn't just about two aircraft, it's about two philosophies of power. The US builds fewer, but more advanced jets, emphasizing quality, integration, and global reach. Each Raptor is part of a wider system: AWACS, satellites, tankers, and allied fighters, all working together in a seamless network. China builds for numbers and symbolism. The J-20 is meant to show progress, reassure domestic audiences, and deter adversaries regionally. Its doctrine is still evolving, shaped by the need to counter America's overwhelming advantages in training and alliances. In this sense, the J-20 is as much a political weapon as a military one. It signals ambition. It creates headlines. But does it deliver air dominance? That remains uncertain. The true battlefield isn't in the parade. It's in the Pacific skies. The deeper danger for China lies in believing its own narrative. Presenting the J-20 as equal to the F-22 may boost morale and prestige, but it risks strategic overconfidence. Militaries that mistake appearances for reality can make costly miscalculations. History offers warnings. Nations that believed propaganda about their own invincibility often discovered, too late, the limits of their power. The F-22, while not perfect, has been honed through decades of rigorous training, allied exercises, and combat readiness. The J-20 has yet to face such tests. This doesn't mean China's advances should be dismissed. Far from it, the J-20 represents real progress and serious investment. But whether it is truly equal to the Raptor or whether it is a symbol still catching up remains unanswered. Sometimes the greatest weakness is the illusion of strength. So, who truly dominates when the Raptor and the mighty dragon meet? The evidence still favors the F-22. It is stealthier, more maneuverable, better integrated, and flown by pilots with unmatched training. The J-20 is formidable, but it is still a challenger, not yet a champion. The real lesson is this: power is not measured in flyovers or parades. It is measured in readiness, in experience, and in the ability to fight and win when it matters. By those measures, the Raptor still holds the crown. China's mighty dragon may roar loudly in the headlines, but in the unforgiving test of combat, illusions of power can vanish quickly. So, what do you think? Is the J-20 a genuine rival to the F-22, or more of a symbol than a weapon? Could China's focus on appearances lead to overconfidence in the skies? Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more deep dive analysis, and join me next time as we uncover how the weapons of tomorrow are shaping the future of global power.